podcast where we talk about TV,
and a little bit of life.
Just a little bit. So, as always, we're going to start off with Queen Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Far Too Long.
Far Too Long.
Now, just to top it off, how would you rate this one?
Again, probably like, this one was like a 7.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing, like a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6, 7.
It wasn't too much,
but it was a little bit because it had little moments where I was like, okay, it was pretty good.
Right. So, Micah and Kiki Twirl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kiki Twirl is now, right?
She's saying that because I'm like, why do you keep calling this girl Kiki Twirl? And I forgot that she said that was her Instagram name. Because that's how we tell people to get in contact with us nowadays.
So Kiki Twirl and Micah are just kind of walking, having their usual, time together, I guess, after school. And Kiki dad wants to meet her.
Wants to meet him. Yeah.
I thought that was random.
See, okay. This is how I can relate a little bit. Because my dad is from Alabama. So he grew up in Alabama. He came up in Michigan probably when he was like 10 or so. Okay. So he was still fairly young. But he has a lot of Southern roots or whatever. So my dad, he always wants to know my boyfriend. Like, he always wants to meet them or know who I'm talking to, even if it's not that serious. And it literally is like just a Southern thing. It's like, well, who are you talking with? I know they've been around. It's like, well, it's not serious. Like, you don't need to meet them.
I just feel like you should meet it until I'm ready for you to meet them. So, and
it's definitely a Southern thing. I'll agree with Kiki Twirl on that one.
But she gotta play them because she gonna ask them, so have you ever dated a black girl? But
yeah,
I don't think it's a black girl thing. I think it's maybe a Southern thing. Because I never really had
I don't know. But I feel like, because I feel like it's like both ways. Like, I have heard from certain people for where they never like introduce, they can talk to people for years and they never met their family. And then I know other people who it's kind of like you meet them for like 2 months and it's like, it's kind of weird. And my family, like, it's kind of weird like that, like on both sides. Like, so I guess it's not just a Southern thing. I think it's just like more of
it's a family thing.
Like a family thing. Like, if your family is super close and, like super close families, like they just want to know everything, whoever you're attached to, like even your friends, like they like bring them over, they want to know about them. But if not, like,
I think my cousins ask, and I just be like, no, this is a whole experience. Y'all might scared to get somebody off, but no, I don't think.
Yeah.
We have to be damn near engaged before you get
Really? You think it'll be like that?
I think so.
You really would do that?
I'm pretty sure I probably would.
See, okay, so I've been in a relationship for a while now.
I mean, you say it like
I say it all the time.
Call the boyfriend.
My boyfriend. Everybody knows about the producer boyfriend. Anyway, hey. So like, my family, like they literally put, because he like. We end up not spending Thanksgiving together just because of stuff end up happening.
Right.
And, like, they, like, really put me on blast because we've been, like, together, like, seriously for 3 years. And they haven't, like, they've met him, but he hasn't, like, been around like that. Function. Yeah. So they were just like, so who is your boyfriend? Is this for real? Is this a real relationship? Like, does he really exist? And then I was just like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, why did he have to come over or whatever? And it's like, well, he should want to get to know your family. And if he don't want to get to know your family, then why would you want to be? Like, it was just so, like, I mean, literally for like 20 minutes, and I was ready to just cut. You know how I get. Like, I was so pissed. And like, so I just started snapping at everybody because I was just so irritated. And then, like, I finally, like, by the time everybody on the room jumped on me, I was just like, no, he doesn't exist. I don't have a boyfriend. Obviously not, because if he's not here, that means he doesn't exist. So fine. If that's how y'all want to look at me without a boyfriend. But it was so, like,
irritating.
Yeah. And it's like, we have a serious relationship, but we're not married, or we're not getting engaged. So I don't It's like, why do you feel obligated to
you would have brought him over and they would have questioned him with 9,000 questions.
We went bowling, and like my mom's side of the family went bowling on Saturday. And like when they met him, they was like, oh, good to see you. Oh, it's good to know you exist. Like but they weren't like, I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be like a whole bunch more. Like they was going to pick on them. But no, it was like kind of cool. Like they just messed with them. So it turned out fine, but they definitely gave me the 3rd degree. It was so annoying.
I don't have time for that. It's gonna be, we gonna be damn near engaged. Mm-hmm. They meet the rest of them.
Really?
It's gonna be a long time before you meet my mom.
Yeah, really?
That's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Joe, I feel like I'm learning something. So how long would it be before you meet your friends?
Y'all will probably meet y'all first before you meet my parents, my mom, my mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like my family, like.
Okay.
Yeah, he might meet y'all first.
So why? What's the reasoning behind that? It's like you don't want the mom to get attached, or
because you know how my mom is. Like she is going to be the 3rd degree. 1,001 questions, and it's not necessary. And then, like, once he leaves, so now she know him. So now every day it's gonna be a question.
Oh, so what you doing? Yeah, what he doing?
What y'all doing?
Yeah,
how's going? He's so cute. Have you met? See, no, we don't need all that.
Okay.
And sometimes I guess I'm just at a place where I don't feel like explaining myself. Mm-hmm. Sometimes,
but you don't have to. Yeah.
But she gives me the 3rd damn degree, and it's like I can't just be like, yo, like, not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's no way to respectfully say, like, I just don't feel like I can talk about it.
I definitely can relate. Because, like, just because, like, you know, like, my mom does know about him. And when I do tell her things, like, when he was about to go to New York, and she was just like, so, where he going to be living at in New York? And what he going to be doing? And I'm like, Denise, like, if I don't know, how you gonna know? And when I figure out, and if I want to tell you, then I would tell you. Like, I feel like she was asking me way more questions than I even asked him. Like, I was like, I didn't even think to ask him these questions. Yeah. And it was irritating me. But whatever, yeah. Sometimes it's a gift and a curse.
It is. I also, just to finish up with them, though, I did appreciate the fact that Micah was able to like voice his concerns about life, and he had asked.
What you mean voice his concerns about life? Like what did he? I can't.
I'm sorry, my phone just lit up.
It is weird. I don't know. Maybe it's this new update, your fancy new phone. But what was he
talking? He was just telling her about school and about that he hadn't talked to his dad and that whole thing. And when he was done, he apologized. Like, I'm sorry for like bringing it. And she was like, don't ever apologize for how you feel. And I thought that was really like a mature moment to have. So I'm sorry. No, I mean I don't think I never disliked them,
right, but I like them together.
I like them together. So, cool. I'm Vi in Hollywood. So, we see I'm Vi at work. And the man that serves the drinks, like brings the drinks, delivery man. And Roberta kind of get I'm Vi to go out and hang.
Yep. To let her go have a good time. Which at first I'm like, this sounds like a great idea. Like, I'm Vi.
It was.
Go ahead, get out the house, stop thinking about Hollywood, just go have a good old time.
I agree. But then Hollywood and Ralph Angel and Boogie,
they doing the same exact thing.
Decided to go out too.
And I felt so bad. I'm Vi was just out there just having a good time.
So here's my thought. Okay, so to finish up, if y'all haven't heard. So I'm Vi is dancing with the guy that brings in the drinks, and Hollywood sees her. And pretty much breaks his little heart, and he leaves. But here's my thing. They always leave too early.
Yeah, because if he would have saw, he just would have saw that she would have went over there.
Because she was really not feeling him.
Yeah, she didn't care.
She just was dancing.
So my thing is, so how did you feel about when Ralph Angel, when Hollywood was about to go over there, Ralph Angel was like, nah, like, this is not the place or whatever.
I
just kind of wish he would have let him go over there. Just because, I mean, I don't know if he would have went over there like, what you doing, my woman, fool? Like, he don't seem like the type to do that. Like, I feel like he could have been way more slicker than that.
I feel like he just didn't want another scene.
Okay. Well, true enough, because they did had that big old thing.
Yeah, so maybe he was trying to avoid the scene, and you really don't know. When you walk in and you see somebody dance, you don't know what the perimeter's around.
Yeah.
And that's why I felt like it was unfair of Hollywood to just, like, see her dancing with him.
And just rush off to do this judgment.
And just leave. But not only leave, but you pack up your shit and you leave.
Like for real.
Just gonna go ahead and go back home.
That was crazy.
After you worked all this, worked hard to get the marriage, and then he told Ralph Angel. I didn't know him and Ralph Angel were that close.
I know, aren't they super close? That's so nice, though.
He was so sad about it. He was like, "You still gonna be my uncle?"
Yeah,
I'm like, that's crazy because they're kind of close. I think in age, though.
Yeah, but it's still like he looks up to him.
Yeah.
But one thing we did find out is that he is, trying to get the papers. Like he was very serious. He didn't want to even go. See, this is how relationships work. Like when you don't communicate.
Go ahead.
Because Vi sees his truck. Like, so Hollywood has been in town for like a week or whatever.
Right.
He hasn't went to go see Vi. Hasn't like been messing with her. Haven't even went to her fucking job. Like, he just like kind of stayed under this radar. And then Vi sees his truck and she's excited, but the reason why he's staying away is because he like, I don't want to talk to her because I know she mad unless I have proof that I'm really I'm divorcing this woman. Exactly. And all I want to do is be with you, so I'm just going to be completely away until I get that proof. Great idea. Very good idea. In hindsight, it was a great idea. I mean, no, in hindsight, it was a horrible idea. But in hindsight, because if he was thinking about it, he would have just told her that. Like, he would have went to go talk to her and tell her, like, I'm getting a divorce. I'm waiting for the papers.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, in hindsight, him not telling her seemed like maybe a good idea.
But hindsight means you looking at it after it happened, which means that it wasn't a good idea. You think it was a good idea that he didn't tell her?
Okay, whatever.
Because I'm sorry, that was so random.
We just have a moment.
Yes, okay. So, and then, Vi see his truck, she get all happy. Mm-hmm. She going to bring him some macaroni and cheese, thinking that he been on his rig the whole time.
That shit away so quick.
And find out his ass been in town for a week. So she like, fuck that. No macaroni and cheese. She didn't even ask Ralph Angel, do you want to have this macaroni and cheese? She's like,
she even put the
whole pan away. She like, fuck it. No, I don't want the pan. Nobody get no macaroni and cheese. I'm not even eating the macaroni and cheese. And so now it's like they're both they clearly both want each other.
They do.
But they don't know how to get back there.
And I think it's almost going to be kind of like a seesaw journey.
Yeah.
So Hollywood broke Vi heart. Now Vi broke Hollywood heart.
Yeah.
But now in the previews for the next one, you see Vi on the phone with Hollywood, like, kind of explaining, like, I'm sorry, it wasn't nothing. So it's kind of like a seesaw. You're just kind of waiting for them to figure it out.
We all, like we say all the time, you just communicate. It could have literally, he could have had that macaroni and cheese, said, I'm glad you came over. Actually, he should have, before the macaroni and cheese even made it, he should have just went and talked to her. But anyway.
He came back in time.
But yeah, so now they're just separate ways. They'll learn.
Back to Micah. So, it's towards the end of the school year because they're at finals. Mm-hmm. We did learn that.
Oh, yeah, because she said she was studying for pre-cal.
Pre-cal finals.
Okay, so I'm thinking it is March, April.
I'm thinking more May.
Oh, okay.
Because we're talking
you're right. So May. Okay, May, June.
High school.
May, June. Okay.
Yeah, May, June.
That makes sense.
Okay. Sorry. We got a little...
We still got to find our timeline. We are determined to find the timeline.
We're working on it. So, Ralph Angel and your favorite character, Darla.
Mm-hmm. They didn't really got... They took the darn wheels off. Like, now they just together.
So now
I guess they together.
She just got moved in, though.
Definitely seems like that's what's happening.
All I'm going to say is I'm just waiting for the sky to drop.
I'm just going to be positive. I like how she was there for him because the same thing goes, just like how it's cool that Charlie has Remy when she's not feeling as confident. Like, I feel like with Ralph Angel, trying to take on this responsibility, trying to step it up into his, into his dad's footsteps, you always kind of need that sounding board. And I felt like Darla was kind of like his sounding board a little bit, and like letting him know, like, don't be defeated or don't feel like you can't contribute to it, because you work on this every day. Like, nobody knows this firm like you know this firm. So be confident in your decisions and feel like you can add something to it. And she kind of energized him to come up with another plan, like, to make this work. But Charlie is being Charlie.
And that's fine. She was very supportive for him.
You just don't want them together.
You just know how I feel about it.
It's so unfair.
It's not that I don't want them together. I don't think they're good for each other right now. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're too early in their sobriety to be dependent on someone else. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
To have somebody depend on them?
Yeah. Or to be dependent on somebody. I just feel like it's too early in their sobriety. But on a random side note,
good for them. I think it's good for Darla because it keeps her focused, and her whole thing is that, which I think from the story that we learned, this is the backstory that we learned. Ralph Angel got caught up and he went away to jail. Because Ralph Angel wasn't there, she got mixed up in this other crowd. And because she was in this other crowd, they introduced her to drugs and blah, blah, blah. And then she went down this, like, long, slippery slope or whatever. So it seems like the common denominator or the thing that keeps her head on is Ralph Angel. So I think that it's just good for her to have Ralph Angel in her life. Like, I'll be nervous if something would happen to where Ralph Angel wasn't there or he rejects her in any type of way, then I would think that would lead her back.
But see, what if we get to a point where that happens? You get what I'm saying? So y'all are jumping into like almost going relationship back to where y'all was before, and God forbid something happen and somebody do a wrench in it.
It's like, are you still strong enough? Really?
How strong are you enough to land back on your feet and still hold on your sobriety, still hold on not going back to what you used to? And it's almost the same thing with Darla. And then, random side note though, outside of what I feel about the two of them, do you think Ralph Angel is using Darla for sex?
Where the hell did that come from?
So it seems like whenever he gets in like this dark place, we see him go to her for like a sexual release. So like we saw like in the beginning when he got drunk, and I think that's when he found out that he didn't have custody of Blue Baby.
And he was like, he went over there and they didn't want to kiss him.
Exactly. And now we see it like here where Hollywood just leave, and so he like, damn, that's my uncle, like he said. So it's like, don't go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's one of them, like, you go with who you're familiar with. Like, if y'all been having sex since y'all been, clearly since they've been kids, they've been messing around. So if y'all been having sex for 5, 10 years, y'all got a kid together, it's just like, it's kind of like your booty call. Like, I know out of everybody in my phone book, I know your ass gonna give me something. So let me just go over there. So I don't think it's using. I think it's just like it's just familiar.
Okay, it was just a random thought I had when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I definitely understand where you're coming from on Darla making sure she has herself together.
Yeah. That's all I'm really concerned about. But
I think it does. It is a lot of codependency there, just emotionally codependency.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
So
I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep them in prayer because I want them to be okay, and I want it for Blue. Like he's so happy when his mama's there.
See, and that's the other thing that scares me is now Blue is in this picture and he's gonna start to get attached.
But he's been in the picture, like, because that's how he got took away.
Not that but he's starting to get attached
to the family. Yeah, he's like that family. Even he said it like, "Can we call mommy? Because I like to make pancakes on that last one."
Yeah. Right? So that scares me because once again, if something happens,
then that's not gonna be there anymore.
That's not good for Blue though.
But it's great for the storyline.
Whatever. So Nova. So we kind of opened up this episode with seeing Nova with Too Sweet, and Too Sweet is having a bad dream basically about prison and whoever was that beat him up before, like reliving that.
Yeah.
And Nova really comforts him, and I think Nova's really good at that.
She's
like being a rock and being supportive of whatever you're going through.
She's a listener.
Would you stop?
Why? It's unraveling. I'm just taking a dead hair.
It's stressing
me. She's... How's it stressing your hair? Okay. It's distracting.
Sorry.
I'll stop doing it then. Yo, I'm just literally, so I have these, like, fake dreads in my hair. My faux locks in. And, like, they starting to, like, get... What is it? Frizzy. So I'm, like, just taking off the frizzy part.
I need to just give it some scissors.
Anyways, I did that already. Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, okay. And so we jump from there, and the next time we see Nova, she is at her panel discussion.
Mm-hmm. Finally have her big moment.
She is.
We don't see, what's the face, nowhere in sight. What was
Chantel?
Yeah, Chantel clearly didn't want to make... Chantel. She clearly didn't want to make an appearance for that. But somebody else was front and center.
Calvin definitely made an appearance.
That white man in the drawer was right there.
And I think everything she said was spot on in that panel discussion.
Yeah. And I felt like... This is probably the main reason why she did not want Chantel and her crew getting ideas in her head, because the beauty of Noah's position is that she's able to see the injustice that is being done to minorities and, you know, and the things that's happening in the community, but in the same breath, like, she does know that other side, that it's not, it's not, and she intimately knows, like, it's not just a theoretical, like, how we, you know, how typically everybody is, like, oh, well, of course there's some good cops, but we don't really know. We don't have a list of who those good cops are. We don't know anything that those good cops have done, but we, like, it gotta be some good cops out there. But Noah know personally what a cop has done for her and has done to help her, help her cause. So it's really good that she kind of was just like, I don't need you for that. And she said that. And just like you said, what she said is perfect. And it's really what we just need to be communicating. And I think everybody from the Black Lives Matter movement been communicating.
Right.
There are good police officers, but we do have this history that we need to bend. And hopefully with the good officers and the community, try to bridge that gap and weed out the bad ones.
Exactly. I think her kind of discussion was spot on. And
he was like...
Calvin was right there as a supportive figure. So we always knew we were waiting for Calvin to
come
back
but
up.
Even before... Now with this... Oh, this happened after. Okay, go ahead. You're right.
Hold your horse.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Like, Calvin.
So then the next time we see Calvin is when they have the interaction in person.
Yep.
And he basically tells Nova that he got the charges dropped for Too Sweet.
And, okay, I'm going to be devil's advocate.
Be devil's advocate. I'm ready.
So you just called in a favor?
Exactly.
And charges just magically disappear?
So
were there even real charges to begin with?
The charges had to be trumped up.
Exactly.
So y'all never had a real case
to keep him in the first place.
Because she also went to go see... I'm sorry, before that, she went to go see the prosecutor.
Yeah.
And he was so overwhelmed.
Okay, I'm so glad you went back to that.
Okay.
That is a big problem that a lot of major cities have.
It's reality.
With people who can't afford to get their own attorney, so you only have...
The public defender.
You only have the public defender system. Prosecutors, only a couple of prosecutors, but you got all these cases, so that's why they give these people plea deals, because they don't want they can't even afford to have every person go to trial. So they get these plea deals. People are accepting these plea deals because they're nervous and they just want to get it over with, and they end up in the system for no reason. Like, they don't even, like, when you get arrested, and in the Constitution it says you have the right to a trial. And honestly, a lot of the system is just cutting away that right, because you telling me, you giving me a plea deal before I can even step into a court. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you're not giving me the right to a free trial. And it just kind of, I mean, as happy as I was for Too Sweet, it kind of left a bitter pill in my mouth, because I'm like, oh, so you can just make a phone call and charges just disappear? It's
like how many other kids are sitting in jail waiting for trial. Mm-hmm. That are going to end up just taking a plea deal.
And the same thing about the prosecutor, like how he was saying, like, well, these are the files, and I don't know when I'm going to get there, and, you know, he'll pretty much have his life in limbo. If Too Sweet didn't have a Nova in his life, he could have ended up, he could have been like Khalifa Browner, I want to say his name was. He was featured in the 13 documentary, and he's also going to be in a documentary series, a mini series that Jay-Z is producing about this young kid. He was only 8, I think he was 17, turning 18, super young. just randomly one night, the cops pull him over and says that he looks like a suspect for this robbery. He didn't have any of the things on him. All he had was his book bag, and they took him in. Trumped up the charges, threw him in jail. Just threw him in jail, saying that he was wanted. The person that actually was robbed ended up going back to China or, ended up leaving the country, and they still kept him in jail. And, they kept giving, well, just do a plea deal. Just do a plea deal. And he said no. Because if I do a plea deal, then won't nobody know. I'll just get lost in the system. Mm-hmm. And it literally messed up his mental to when, by the time he got out, I think he wasn't even out a full year before he killed himself.
That's crazy.
But this is real things reality that are happening. And people look at TV shows, they look at some documentary it's so sad it happened to that one person. But it's take that one person and multiply it by 1,000.
And I think that's what's so special about Queen Sugar is it really touches on real life issues that are happening today. Mm-hmm. And that have been happening, but we just haven't had that light shine on it. Mm-hmm. And this is a perfect show that is just highlighting everything that's going on in America right now. And who knows what's to come next.
Yeah.
Because
because I keep talking about this book, but I'm really, I'm going to order it. I'm really curious to see if Nova was one of those characters that got added in, or was she already in the book?
Already a book. Sure.
Because the thing is, I'm wondering if Ava had the book and was like, this is a really good storyline, but would be really great is if we could have somebody that can make some of these current issues come to light.
And they probably would.
Probably. Because that's just her. Everything that she's done has been to bring awareness. But, yeah, that was cool. That just reminded me of something from
Okay, great. And then we also see Nova and Calvin have a side conversation, a phone conversation. Mm-hmm. Now, at this point, Nova looked like a schoolgirl that got a crush.
She was so. I guess that's how we also learned. Gittery. We also learned that it's pretty much they haven't had a consistent. It's been a lot of back and forth between them too. Right. And she was pretty much saying I can't stay in this web anymore. I can, I just can't do it. I need to try to find a way to get away.
She had a lot of great points. She was like, I can't be your other woman.
Yeah.
So here's my question. So of course Calvin says,
well, I ain't with my wife.
I'm leaving my wife.
And the episode ends. Again, another perfect ending, by the way. I'm loving these.
But does that change things now that you're leaving your wife? Does it change the status of your relationship?
Yeah, of course. Because I think that was the problem. Even though Noah didn't want to say it, but I'm sure being in a relationship with somebody for so long as a side chick, I can't keep living my life like this.
But do we necessarily... In situations like this, I don't believe in until you show me paperwork. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, because you could tell me
of course. all
the time that you're going to leave it. And then I also look at it aside from a wife perspective. I just got divorced from my husband. They say I know he had another relationship. And they can move so fast. It's okay, so this was going on before we got a divorce. Mm-hmm.
But who says the wife don't know?
True, because you should know.
You never know. You can have those antennas or that secret sense of something is going on, and then when the divorce comes, and then you see a month later he with somebody, it's oh, okay.
Not only that, but Calvin being this white police officer goes against everything she almost stands for. Mm-hmm. So just the fact that him leaving his wife, do you think she's gonna automatically be okay,
pick up
now
that flag?
Together, we can be out in public, we can walk and hold hands?
Probably not.
That's something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But it clearly, her just getting that news, knocked the wind out of her body. It did.
She didn't know what to say. She wasn't sure of the response.
But again, I'm always thinking about playing devil's advocate. I just don't... Personally, I couldn't be in a relationship with somebody that I was their side chick. Just because I just truly believe the way you get them is the way you're gonna lose them. And it's just how if you cheated on this woman and you were so in love with her at some point, what makes you think you want to do the same thing to me?
I agree.
So, okay. I mean, it's all cute and dandy, but this nigga's still a cheater. He ain't even a nigga, but still, he's a cheater.
Everybody becomes a nigga.
Everybody's a nigga. Half the time. Okay.
And then we have Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie disappointed me.
I think she went ahead and put the nail in the coffin. I told y'all all season I've been telling y'all I don't know how I feel about Charlie. I was Charlie just be irritating me. This. I don't like Charlie anymore. I do not like Charlie.
So I'm going to skip all the way ahead. In the preview for next week, Ralph Angel tells her it's not about us anymore. It's all about you. And it is complete. And that's all I see in this episode. It's a power. It's just literally
a power thing. And she is just fighting and scrapping because she doesn't want to go down with Davis. She doesn't want her good brand to be tarnished. But the thing is, when you set up that brand and when you became the CEO of a brand named Davis, then if that brand is down, you're down.
Charlie just had so much this episode, from standing up Remy. She cussed out his wife.
Because that whole black man, I'm like, where is this coming from? I don't. So can you help me understand that? Like, so what was she trying to say?
So basically, I don't know if Charlie thought they all had to sit down.
Mm-hmm. But clearly they didn't all have
to sit down. Clearly they didn't. And clearly I figured as much that they didn't all have to sit down. Mm-hmm. And she clearly, the rest of them just paid her off.
Yeah.
And Charlie is the only person that knows exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. And the girl doesn't know what happened. So the girl thinks that she was just lying. So they just paid her off to keep it. But Charlie knows the truth. And I think Charlie, she didn't threaten her necessarily. Mm-hmm. But she was pretty much like, no, you're going to get him to come down here.
Yeah. Period.
And
the thing is, like, Charlie, you still got a non-disclosure agreement. So what are you really going to do?
So that's what
what are you really going to do with these
going around here, low-key telling everything. And you got a non-disclosure agreement that you signed.
Clearly
you weren't supposed to say anything. You told Micah that he was a prostitute. So Micah had already told Kiki. So
Lord, don't let Kiki talk to somebody else.
Then you just talked to Felix's wife. Kind of told her, like, oh,
in so many words, she got raped.
Yeah. And that you know exactly what happened because you were at the sit down.
But then once again, which was never supposed to be said that you had to sit down.
Never. So I wonder that's going to come back to bite her
ass. We should bookmark that because I think that could come back to bite her. The whole NDA. Because do we really think that Davis is completely gone from the storyline? Davis and we know he's coming back because he got to do the what's the face. But Davis and what's
Honey.
That girl, Honey? Yeah. Like, are they really done, or what's going to happen with that?
I don't know. I think she got a baby somewhere.
NDA coming back up. Okay. Then, so she does that. Then she gets in her head, which I'm like, first of all, where did this idea even come from? Like, because I had no inkling on it.
I think that came into play when she saw him at the school thing. I think when I say her wheels started turning when she was at that school thing and she was talking to him, because before that she had already mentioned something about the St. Josephine deal, and the fact that she just found another one that was closer and that she could run. But that's, like Remy told her, this is a really big on taking. Like,
and that's why I'm like, maybe it's the ego. Because it's like, who do you think you are? Like, I don't care anything. Okay, I have an MBA. But I don't think that with my MBA, I can just jumpstart a publishing company and it's going to be successful just because I got an MBA.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know anything about this industry. Like, you don't know what it takes to make a meal. Like, you don't, like, my thing is, like, you don't know anything.
And the people that you are leaning on, you're fucking them up.
You're fucking up. Yeah, and you're not talking to anybody. You're not telling anybody your plans. You're being very closed off about it. And it's just like, how is somebody supposed to help you?
And this is supposed to be a family thing, but
which
now,
you clearly has made it a Charlie thing.
It's all about Charlie. And so I don't know if this is like a payback for David.
I feel like where this is coming from, like the motivation behind it is her feeling like, one, she feels like she wants to make things right because of how she left her dad. Like, she feels like
she does feel responsible.
Yeah, she's like, if I can come out of this, make this run properly, then I won't feel guilty about standing my dad up for all those years. That's one thing. Second thing is, because she was the CEO of this thing named Davis, now she needs to show that, hey, I am not just a businesswoman for this for my husband. I am a businesswoman, period. So now she has this chip on her shoulder and she feels like she's this ultimate negotiator, which if your husband was always in the, like, he's always a decent or a good player. Mm-hmm. He's never had any scandals. You and him have this whole style, college sweetheart storyline. How fucking hard was it really to negotiate deals for him? Couldn't have been too hard.
Well, I feel like he's been with them for so long. You never negotiated besides his
and then like just making sure you get some sponsorships. Yeah. Like, how hard would it be to say I'm turning down a Toyota sponsorship for a Lexus one? Like, so I just don't think. I think what she's forgetting is that you have to work for this. Like, just because you have a name and you have money, like, that doesn't automatically means that things are going to start happening for
Not only that, but she picks and chooses when she's married to Davis.
I don't like that either. That's another thing that I'm not feeling.
I'm not feeling that. And then don't bring Micah into this, because that shit could backfire on you so bad.
Why would she do that, though?
The only thing that's going to probably save her ass is because Micah really feels some way towards his dad.
And the thing is, okay, so we're talking about where Charlie makes the phone call to Davis, telling him that Micah has been acting out and you need to come down here pretty much and get your son.
Exactly.
But as feisty as Micah has been, like, I know he's going to be like, what are you talking about? Like, where is this coming from? Like, why are you saying now all of a sudden I'm so out of control?
But not only that, he does not know. The only thing, like I said, a couple of things are going to save her ass with that. For one, Micah does feel some way about his dad. Mm-hmm. And two, he might not know when that was placed.
True.
Because if it was placed after the kids with Remy, then it makes sense. Because he wasn't talking to her ass.
Okay.
But
I forgot about
that. On
but then in the same thing, he's probably going to just go throw up the whole Remy thing. And then who knows how David's going to feel about that. But it's like, you really ain't got 2 legs to stand on. But still, a man, it is what it is. A man is very territorial.
It's going to be very interesting because I think when Davis comes out, him and Remy are going to have a moment. And somebody told me that Davis and Charlie have a moment. I ain't see that on the preview, but that's what somebody told me.
Well, I ain't got cable, so I ain't seen nobody previews.
Yeah,
but I've been making it
to
too.
The man.
I've been sticking it to the man. Everybody sticking to the man. Yeah, because these cable companies need to get together. Like, their prices are ridiculous. It's too many alternative ways to watch TV for them to keep it like this. But, all right, anything else? I just really was upset by Charlie. I didn't like how she was moving. I hated how she treated Ralph Angel because I love Ralph Angel. I
know.
I really love Ralph Angel. He's fine as hell.
Come back.
And he come back. Jesus. I was just thinking about when he was like, turn your panties off.
Come back.
Like, Jesus Christ, Lord, got you. But anyway, but he had a good idea. I was getting there. I was coming around.
You was coming around. You had to get.
As I talked about all his wonderful features, I was coming to the point that he had a good point.
He did have a
because
really
the whole
idea.
thing was they wanted to make sure that the cane didn't go bad before it got up there. So it's like, if you get these refrigerated trucks, take them up the road, bring them back down, everything will be fine.
Yeah. I agree.
And she said, fuck you. She clearly had a pan. But I guess she's going to have to circle back around to that idea because I don't think you're going to get the money for this meal.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's the far-fetched.
Yeah. And Remy handled getting stood up very well.
He did.
Didn't he? Yeah, flowers and everything.
I just really hope Charlie don't fuck him over.
She is. Because I got to keep the story going. Everything's not going to be... every time I think about stuff, I think about it from a perspective of what I really would want to happen. And I blame Game of Thrones for this. For what I really want to happen and then what just makes good TV. Yeah, like what makes good TV. Like they're not going to just automatically ride off in the sunset. So this will be good.
Okay, we'll see.
All Anything else? No. Would you have any predictions for next week? I think you said you had one.
Oh, no. It's just that one thing from the preview when Ralph Angel was saying... Charlie was out for herself.
Oh, yeah. She's selfish as hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got any predictions?
No predictions. I'm so excited about this next one.
And so, this Sunday marks the season finale.
We are done.
Insecure.
No more Insecure. Which I'm like, how am I gonna make it to season 2? Like, Lord, do I gotta wait a whole another year?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I want to know if she's going to do
started writing today.
I did see her start writing today.
I did see that.
And I want to have a cup. So, I just want to just steal everything. Issa, please. That, the Molly pillow, and that Different World shirt. If you could give me those things, I would love you. But, yeah. So, we're back.
So, broken as fuck.
Broken as fuck.
So
this episode just started. The whole tone was
we are really exploring everybody's broken relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the broken relationship between Molly and Issa.
Mm-hmm.
The broken relationship between Issa and Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
And then Molly with herself. Like, she's just broken.
Okay, we ain't got there yet, but
I mean, that's everybody. We just trying to cover our main characters. I'm just saying she's broken as fuck.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit.
I guess we should start with Molly.
Let's just... So, that conversation with Issa, when Issa called Molly to thank her for the pledges...
Mm-hmm.
Molly was so not there for her.
She was like, I already know because I did it last year.
She was like, okay, that's fine. That's what you always
do. She didn't even want to have. She didn't even want to have. Like, she wouldn't play into any of her jokes. She was just in her feelings, everything.
Issa was trying so hard, like
so very hard,
and she was just shouting down. She was like, okay, well, I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah. Quick shout out in the background. Did you notice what the movie was playing?
I didn't.
It was Ava's Middle of Nowhere. It was playing in the background. Ain't that kind of cool?
Oh, was it?
Yep. So when it was paused, it was definitely on that main character. I forgot the dark skin girl. She's really pretty. It's on Netflix. It's so good.
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It got Omari Hardwick in it too. So pretty good movie. So it's about a single black woman or whatever. Her husband goes to, I think it is her husband. Her husband, boyfriend, whatever, goes to jail. And she pretty much put her whole life on hold, like waiting for him to get out of jail. And when it started getting towards the end of his sentence, like it pretty much seemed like he doesn't want to get out. Like he's starting to get more issues and all this stuff. And she ended up meeting this guy. Well, he was like her bus driver, but you know, he started like really, you know, talking to her and all this stuff. And it's pretty much like that dilemma of do I stay or do I go?
Okay.
It's so good.
I have to watch
You would love it. Like, you would love it.
Okay.
You would definitely love that show. I mean, like that movie.
I think you're judging.
I do.
Okay.
I'm just romantic. You'll love it. Yeah, you'll love it.
Okay. So
Molly is on this thing. So they're on, you know, they go on their friend vacation, and Molly pretty much has it in her head that since
I love
everybody thinks
Kelly.
she's okay. We gotta just talk about Kelly because she has and she liked my tweet today. She has several comments that I want to go ahead and point out. My favorite quotes from Kelly. I love that line when she said, "Turn my birthday into a lifestyle." Better say that Drake line. You better say that Drake line. When she said, "You know, I wish for dick." Well, hey, it's your birthday wish. You wish for what you want to wish for.
When she was like, who asked us, like, do you listen to what you say?
Oh, yeah.
I
said, I'm stealing that and I'm putting it in our podcast because I need that in my life at all times.
Yo, I died.
When she said, I literally, like, died. I was like, who? Like, Kelly.
He was like, what?
Who? I was like, that's me, Kelly. You are me. And then my last favorite one was, oh, you look like Twilight. When the white boy came.
But then he was like, I gave him too many shots, so I ended up by myself.
It's her bugging awesome. I bought him all them drinks and he didn't even give me no sex. I said, wait a minute, bitch. You said it was your birthday. Why are you buying this nigga drinks to bring him back home?
Oh my God. Oh, and then when they were in that hot tub, they was getting on Molly.
Oh my God. Wait, before they even got in the hot tub, I'm sorry, we gotta have a Kelly session. Before they even got into the hot tub and Issa was like calling herself open up for Kelly, and she's like, he hit you?
She was like, why you give me all hype?
Why you give me all mad? You got me thinking something about to happen. I'm about to go down. Like, bitch, you didn't even let her say anything.
Issa like, Never mind. I'm sorry for even bringing this up.
She's like, yeah, it is my birthday.
Shout out to bringing Kelly back.
Come on, Kelly. When I saw that scene, but just her and Issa, I'm like, yes, this show must read my mind. I need more and more of Kelly.
Yo.
But her in that hot tub, she was low-key going in on Molly. Like, for real, she's like, oh, wait, so this is the Molly that actually wants to get walked out on. This is what that fuck him and know that she not gonna call back. Like, damn. But Issa wasn't playing that because she was like, wait a minute, bitch.
But, okay, so that's when I was like, yes, the friendship. Because that last scene between her and Molly was really good.
Yeah.
Like, when they was going in on her, she stood up.
She definitely did. She was like, Kelly, I know you ain't talking. She did. And first of all, when she was in the club, when she had missed her lip, and then she did it again. She was
like,
drinking.
why you keep missing your
lip?
lip?
Why the hell you keep missing your lip? I wonder if that was like, I wonder if that was scripted or if it just kept happening. It was like, fuck it, just put it in the show, keep it there.
What's the other girl name? Stacey? I want to call her Stacey.
I want to call her Stacey too, but I don't know her name. I'm not that invested in her character to know her name.
So then Issa was telling her like, you can't do that without your husband.
Exactly, because she was all on the phone in the club.
But she played. She's like, oh, let's not talk about this. I think I got a man and I don't.
Exactly. She's like, you pretending like you got a boyfriend and you don't. I'm like, oh.
Cause you fucked another man,
Girl.
and that's when I like the friendship. Cause Molly was so precise. She's like,
what? Yeah, she just like came all out. Like, wait a minute, like she didn't even care that they were supposed to be beefed out. She was like, wait, what? He found out? Real friends.
Oh, real friends. And then when she went to go pack her stuff up,
she was like, let's go, bitch. Like at first I knew she was going. I'm like, I know your ass ain't about to let her take no Uber. Like, first of all, how damn expensive would that Uber ride be? Like,
expensive as hell.
Because they was definitely gone for a minute.
But when they called Kelly on the phone, and she was like, shh, don't get fucked off.
I got edibles under the seat. Like, I knew that bitch been hot the whole trip.
Yo, she's like, you bitches took my car.
Kelly, she probably was looking for them edibles, and that's the only reason why she figured out that the car wasn't there. I know that was the only goddamn reason. Okay, but shout out to, and we gonna have to adopt that game. We did say. I loved it. Okay, back to Molly.
Okay, back to the
we did say. Yeah, she did. She took the we did say
to a whole nother level. Nah.
Nobody told you to be a hoe. Like, took a kid.
You fucked the kid.
You fucked the kid. Girl.
But she didn't care about it.
Yeah, she really didn't care.
She didn't care. I think she was just in her feelings and she was just like, fuck it.
I think a lot of females, when they get hurt, and I think that Candy said this on Real Housewives of Atlanta, like, let's not say the whole comment, because everybody been a hoe at some point.
True.
I'm like,
she sure did.
Facts. Because everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody goes through a whole stage. Everybody goes through a feelings of, okay, Angie. Okay, Joe. You the only one. Jesus.
I am.
You and Yvonne. You were
me and Yvonne.
Technically in real life, she didn't either. But everybody goes through that period of where they just like get frustrated. But I feel like women tend to do it more on when it's like you could get out of a very bad breakup and you like, fuck that, I'm not going to a relationship, I'm just going to fuck
shit keep happening.
Yeah, like shit keep happening and you're like, well, whatever, I'm just gonna be a nigga and I'm gonna just fuck these niggas and I'm not gonna catch feelings. And that's not solving anything. Like, because all you doing is...
It causes a bigger problem.
It causes trust me, a bigger problem in the long run, ladies. Like, no need to get your numbers up trying to get revenge back on somebody that you don't know. Recycle. That's where we go back to that one in the you know that you're going to go to Darla. Make sure you have you a Darla or a Ralph Angel, because when you going through your whole period, sometimes you just need to have that steady one. Don't be going around... Two folks, don't multiply your numbers when you're going through your whole stage. That's just a little little lessons from Am. That's all I'm just giving you guys. You're going through your whole phase, try to recycle and not add to it. That's all.
Okay. So we also have to discuss this character that we haven't discussed. Whose name is Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence.
So that's hard to be getting to him and his friend.
Can I please read a tweet?
Well, what's his friend name?
I don't know his friend name, but that nigga is. Let's just talk about that whole scene when the niggas was at the strip club. I'm tired of niggas. And I'm so tired. And I'm so glad they got y'all niggas on tape. Because that's how y'all niggas are. Like, y'all talk about some, yeah, and if they ain't sucking dick on the first date, and they are doing it, like, what?
But the thing that kills me is they having this real ass conversation.
At the strip club.
It'd be like,
and then like, damn, she got a fat pussy. And now they like, off the comment.
Like, yeah, okay, she do. But then they played Lawrence because he laughed. They was like, that nigga ain't gonna do shit.
But why was Lawrence falling in love with the stripper?
Lawrence, like, you cannot fall in love with the stripper.
He really thought that she liked him and was like, gonna get him a free fuck. And she like, $200. And first of all, I loved how perfect it was. How she was like all into it. She went down, undid his thing. And he was like, it depends on what? Oh, she's like, it depends. $200 for a blowjob?
That bitch said,
she wrote down her prices. It was like, and if you want to leave, like, don't worry about him.
He all like, what's our hand? She's like,
don't worry about him.
Cool.
Focus on this money. Now, if you want to get this is what it depends on. $200 for a blowjob, $400 for fun. Like, what? That nigga Lawrence was like, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time for me to
Let me call Issa and say I miss you.
So I didn't get that part. What was that about? Was that
so
just
okay?
Like
that was another thing. Okay.
What was the quote that you wanted to do?
Okay, I'm gonna.
With
this is gonna be our little Twitter roll, just because Twitter has been on fire. Woo! Twitter roll. Okay, shout out.
Take gonna get us
right. He'll be like, what the hell? At We're X, he said, Issa had a good dude because he really thought a stripper liked him.
True.
Lawrence Hive at Robbie305 said, Lawrence is not just a story of victory. It is a story of the oppressed finally overcoming the odds. Hashtag Lawrence Hive.
What? Making this nigga a hive?
Yes. Lawrence no, for real. Lawrence have a hive. They was showing like all the
niggas so happy about life.
They had like this girl had like put up a live, like, like just watching the guys' reactions, and in the background all you see is Lawrence pounding the girl out, and all the guys like, yeah, do it, like,
niggas.
What's wrong with y'all niggas?
I think, did you send me one with the Muppets?
What was that one? Let's see.
I
sent you a screenshot of the good one. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta go find it. It was this one. Oh, no, that ain't it.
I don't know if they saw it or if I looked on Instagram and saw it.
Let's see.
It was on Instagram. It was an Instagram meeting. Yeah.
I was on Instagram. Probably you was just on Instagram.
I probably on Instagram and I saw it. It was a good
one. Here it is. At Nerd Life Thuggin'. Women projecting their real life ex onto Issa and Lawrence. Insecure got the timeline divided.
Right.
At More Like Me. Woke up feeling like Lawrence was my damn man. Wanted to play some Mary J and be sad.
What?
The internet is not over.
What was the one with the Best Buy shirt?
Oh yeah, that was the one. That was the one about the oppressed overcoming the odds.
I just cannot. But
so this is what I think the issue was, because I made a note of this. That conversation they had was so real. Like, that's how when you are like, say you haven't talked to your boo in a while, or y'all just had like a really bad bad fight, or y'all, it's like you don't know what to say. It's like, hey, how you doing?
She was trying.
You okay? How you feel? Bad. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, my bad. And like, I felt like he missed her, but it was still like, I'm not fucking with you though. Like,
do you think he was still like in his feelings and his pride?
I think he was still in his feelings. But I actually read it was an E-Entertainment blog from Issa Rae, and she was like pretty much explaining like why they made the choice. She made the choice for Issa cheating on Lawrence, because she said like she wrote this movie a while back, and she had the woman and the main character cheat on a man, and an executive told her a woman can't cheat on a man and have in the audience still like her. And he was also saying that a man, just pretty much saying like women can't cheat on men. And she said she wanted to show that when women cheat, it's not all about the man. It's not because of what he's doing or anything. And she's like, so that's why I made it to where Lawrence was being the best man that he could be. And it was really just on her wanting to have this experience. But the other thing she said was that when Lawrence came back to the apartment and he saw like Thug Yoda and them like chilling out on the couch and all that stuff, she felt like he was like regressing, like pretty much going back instead of moving forward.
It was like an angry.
Yeah, it was like an angry thing. And it was like him facing like that couch symbolized so much of
why is that couch still sitting there?
The couch symbolizes so much to this relationship, and it's just like he couldn't handle the fact that this woman that he loved so much actually, betrayed him like that. It's like, so where do you go from there? Obviously, to the Chase Ohio. I mean, look, I'm calling Crystal calling her secret encourager. Or I know she was happy for that. But another tweet was like she deserved all those Henny Strokes because she stayed with him when he was depositing them unemployed checks. So thank you, internet, for I didn't even know they were called Henny Strokes, but however.
So I just want to be very honest.
Mm-hmm.
I was real.
Yes, please, y'all. I swear, I wish I could publish these damn text messages. So Joe watched the show before me, and she was just like, "So it was good, but I'm like confused." I'm like, "What you?" So I'm like, I'm watching the show thinking like, "Oh, it's gonna be some. I don't know what's going on. Let me come back and figure this out." I get to the end of the show, and I'm like, "What you was confused about?" He left her. He left a single Best Buy shirt in the damn closet. Like, what was you confused about?
I'll be completely honest. I didn't get it.
Okay, what did you get?
I like it was an amazing scene.
Uh-huh.
But where I got lost at, because I had to rewind it. I rewinded it and watched it again because I was trying to figure out what I missed. So she comes in, his keys are there. It's all these goddamn flashbacks. Flashes. So it's like, okay, I look at this bed. His pillow is gone. The nightlight is on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we flash him fucking her like right there in that same position.
Oh.
And then it's almost as if the next scene is Issa and she looks in the closet. It's just this lonely Best Buy. And I'm like, well, wait, the bitch ain't work at Best Buy. So I don't really get why he left the Best.
So are you saying you think that he did it to her in the house?
So I was thinking that he fucked her in the house.
I'm about to go back and watch it because I know Lawrence is not being that bold. I know he better not have me being out here.
So I know we talked about predictions prior to we were texting, and I was saying, you were saying that you think they're gonna break up and they're not gonna get back together, and I was like, I think they're gonna break up, but they probably gonna get back together.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in my bottle, I think when I watched it last week.
Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling that he was going to cheat on Issa with Secret Encourager.
Well, let's let this be very clear because this has been like an issue on Twitter. He did not cheat on her. She cheated on him. They broke up. So he is single right now. So him fucking Secret Encourager is okay. He is not cheating on anybody because he is a single man. Let that be clear. He is single.
Still the ultimate revenge.
It was. Because
for him, they broken up. I don't think in Issa's mind, they broken up.
I left.
I'm sure she know now.
I left for 3 days. I told you to stop calling me. We done skipped all over this part. They need to put a goddamn disclaimer up. Don't be popping up at nobody's jobs trying to make things better. That is
now
not
he just got his job.
That's not the place.
That was inappropriate.
That's not the place. How you just gonna pop up at my job? Did you like when Daniel popped up? Well, obviously.
Obviously, that's why we in the situation we in.
Girl. But anyways.
Okay.
Don't be popping up at people's jobs. But yeah.
Yeah. So, that's me.
See,
that's all
now I gotta go back and look at that because I hope he didn't. So the way I was kind of looking at it was, he kind of came in the house, he got his thing, he left the keys there.
I didn't take it as that. I thought he was still there. Shit. And I was like, okay, so that's the other thing. I thought maybe he was like in the shower with her when she got there. Because did they pan to the bathroom or like another door before they got to the shirt? I don't know. It was like 10:30 at night.
I may have to look. Okay, now
I know it was past my bedtime.
I want to watch it anyway again. Okay, now I'm really going to have to watch it again. Yeah.
But, okay, so that was the thing. Like, so we come in, we see this kind of messy bed, and we see him fucking her in the same position. Then I feel like we passed the door, and I thought, oh shit, they still there.
Wait a minute. I low-key want to like rewatch this right now. Like, I need to know. Like, I kind of need to know.
I probably need to know too.
I need to know.
I don't know.
I need to know. I have to turn all this shit off because I need to know right now.
Yeah. So that was my thought process. Sorry if it didn't happen that way, but that's what I saw.
I need to know. Hold on. I'm putting all of this do not disturb because I don't want any of this stuff to ring and I get in trouble.
But are you about to watch it?
Yes, I want to know. Like, I need to know this at this point in my life. Like, I need to know if Lawrence... Oh my God, Jesus Christ, Lord. I would be so, like, devastated if he fucked her in the house. Like, I don't play that.
So, I'm thinking that, like, and then, okay, so then we leave there, and we see she's crying, and, of course, Molly comes back and brings her, like, a bottle of wine, and she's crying. So he can't be in the house. He can't be in the house, because she ain't fucked nobody yet.
But did he fuck her in the house? That's really the key. That's honestly all I need to know is did he fuck her in the house? But another thing that I want to say shout out to is the music this episode was on point. Like I actually had to go find the playlist because I saw that a couple of things that I just needed to know. I saw like that birthday bitch. That was my song. I was like, oh shit, it was so good. Low key made me want to get my Spotify back, but not yet. Only one music app at a time, and right now it's going to be titled.
So yeah.
Oh wait, did you see the guy that Molly was with? And he was like, "I can put some music on. I got a week left on my time."
She like, put your ass down.
Shout out to Tidal.
Yo, it was so many Beyonce, Jay-Z things. Okay, so let's watch it.
Hold on, y'all.
Okay,
here we go. I'm so happy.
So she came in, she looked at the keys.
Can y'all hear this? Bed is a fucking mess. Oh, the bed is a mess. I'm nervous, y'all. The bed was a mess. See the shirt? Yeah. Wait. Oh, that's a different place.
It is a different place. Okay.
It was a different place.
You see that? Like
it did kind of look like the same bed for a minute. I was about to say, Lawrence, goddamn it, I ain't with you no more. Like I can stand for a lot of things, but I don't stand for this.
Okay, so I missed those little things because last night at 10:30, 11 o'clock, it all looked the same.
All right.
Okay.
What are we giving this season? This is the very first season of Insecure.
I'm low. He gonna get like an 8.59. It was really good.
I'm giving it a 10.
You're giving it a 10?
I am, and the reason why I'm giving it a 10 is because one, it was literally funny as fuck. Like the whole season was funny as hell. Two, is super relatable.
It is.
And, like, it's just really relatable. It's really good to see stuff on TV that you can relate to again.
Absolutely.
3, I said it was relatable. It's causing a lot of conversation. Like, it's addressing a lot of issues that happen in the Black community. Like, men getting their dick sucked by other men. And,
we just believe that
do we believe in therapy and being ghetto in the workplace?
So last week's episode did not get uploaded. However, it will be uploaded. Make sure you listen to our
this gonna be our bonus. Yep, this gonna be our bonus. And you guys gonna get 2 in 1. So that was that one. Yeah, I got in trouble last week.
And we got in trouble.
I did.
That's how we get.
Tay was holding hostage. Tay held your episode hostage, so I just want y'all to know that. But so it's super relatable. It brings up these issues that happen in the Black community, And the music, like, it's just so good. Like, it's so
It was over good.
It was super good. And I love the characters. And I'm just so excited. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Like, I literally can't wait to happen next.
Issa,
you deserve
please
this.
Don't allow HBO to fuck this up.
No, so, hold on. Don't disrespect HBO. Y'all know how I feel about HBO. The good thing about HBO, two things. One,
because I think BET about to fuck up Mary Jane.
They definitely are. Y'all, I'm done with Mary Jane. Because I could just already see the direction that this is going in. I am not liking it.
Okay, go ahead.
After such a good season. Like, it's
so
so disappointing. Like,
okay, so well.
Just so disappointed. I'm going to watch one episode, and if it's that bullshit, if they do the game, I can see the game in the future on this show. But, shit, I lost my train of thought.
What was you talking about?
I was just saying how good it was.
Season 2, HBO.
Oh yeah, HBO 1. They like definitely stick. They stick with their shows.
That's good.
Like they give them at least 1 or 2 seasons, unless people haven't picked up on it.
HBO series.
They're so like, and they stay true to their series. So I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Actually, when Issa, and that's why I say like congratulations to her. And like I don't want people to think like she had the misadventures of the awkward black girl, and now all of a sudden she popped.
That was her only thing.
That was not her only thing. She had like a dorm stories, and then she had something else before that. And she got picked up by Shonda Rhimes publishing her production company for a show. And then, like, it didn't end up working out, so she ended up losing. No, I think she ended up losing her apartment got broken into. She lost everything, so she ended up losing that deal with Shonda. Okay. This deal was in the works for a while because HBO, when she gave them the idea, HBO wanted her to come back and be more like herself and make it more original. Okay. So it's just, this was a long time coming. Yeah. So just remember, nothing is overnight. Every overnight success is like 10 years in the making. So just want to just give her a big shout out for that. And I cannot wait for next season.
Me either. I'm excited. Anything else?
No, that's it. I don't have anything else to say.
Alrighty, so showrunner of the week.
Yes.
What you working with?
Alright. So I'm super excited. So I don't know, for some reason I had a really good week of TV.
Great.
So I have 3.
Go.
1 honorable mention. So I have 2 in honorable mention. That's the 3.
Thank you.
So y'all, Love and Hip Hop New York is back, and I am so into this season. So you have Joelle Santana, and I don't even care about her being back. I forgot her name that quick. Yeah. Who is
I look hard Mercedes, but that's not it.
No, man, DC Yandy. Who is Yandy friend? Kimbella. Kimbella is back. Which I'm like,
is Yandy still on
there?
She
looks weird. Yandy is back. But this is the star of the show.
Oh, who's the star?
Hennessy, okay? Cardi and Hennessy, I can see the makings of their own show.
Because her name is really Chardonnay, right?
I don't know what her name is for real.
Okay.
But I don't know. But it's just, they're so funny. Like, when they got in the car, like, they very first scene together, like, she is like a mini Cardi. And it's just...
Who's older, Cardi or Hennessy?
I want to say Cardi is older. Okay. Like, I feel like she's the older one. But I'm looking forward to this. And then, we also still got, like, the Remy Ma and the Fat Joe storyline.
They still
not Remy Ma. Yeah, Remy Ma and Papoose. So that's been kind of cute. I'm really just watching it for Cardi
and Hennessy.
Because that is TV gold. Go ahead, go on.
I just want to say I'm not getting sucked in.
Why? It's so good.
Okay. I do one Love and Hip Hop.
It's so good.
Shit's Atlanta.
Well, see, I left Atlanta a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite pick up. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I was going to say I couldn't, but I'm going to tell y'all the truth.
Tell the truth.
I can't watch Love and Hip Hop LA because I refuse to look at Fizz like that.
Oh, I don't watch it. I watch LA.
No, I'm just saying, but that was like, I was trying to get into it, and I'm just like, I was in fucking love with this guy for I don't know how many years. I can't do it. Like, I just can't. And I'm not supporting Ray J no more. So... this is the one I'm at. I'm with New York.
So
and I'm loving it. Yes.
I'm going to do Atlanta.
Okay.
So that's my guilty pleasure.
Yes.
I love it.
It was so good.
Okay.
Then my other one is I started watching The Affair. It came back actually 2 weeks ago. But my cable was having some issues. So, not my cable. Okay, my mom's password was having some issues. we had to call the company because for some reason they kept saying we ain't have it, but my mama paid for them, so she had to figure it out, and we got to figure it out.
Okay,
and it's so good. So
that's HBO.
This is actually a Showtime series. Let me just give you a quick synopsis of it. The whole series is based off of an affair that happened in season 1, and the really unique thing about this show is that they show the storylines from Noah, who is the main character. They show it from like different points of views. So you would see one, like the first season they did like how the whole affair happened, how they think it happened from Noah's point of view, and then they did it from Allison's point of view, which is the woman he did.
So now this season is about Allison's point of view.
So now the second season evolved and it started talking, because it's pretty much showing the ripple effects of how an affair hurts both couples, because Allison was married as well. So season 2 it showed Noah, Allison, and then each of their spouses. So that's how season 3 is kind of going. And at the end of season 2, Noah ended up going to jail. So now we kind of come back, and it was like this 3-year leap, and it was pretty much saying like where they are now, how's Noah kind of recovering from it, and then like a whole lot of stuff happened to Allison, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. And pretty much his wife, like, just dealing with, because he went to jail pretty much for her. They were driving a car. He was kind of drunk or whatever. It was late. And Allison, which they didn't know at the time, was fighting with this guy. She pushed him in the street, and his wife hit the guy and killed him. But
they said that he was driving.
So he took the fall, and she feels really guilty about it. And, like, she just feel like she's supposed to be here for him and doing all this stuff. But the kids are like, Dad's a murderer. Dad's cheating on you. Like, why are you so attached to him?
But they don't know the real story.
Yeah, and it's like, she just, like, so frustrated. So it's so good. I feel like this show is so slept on. But it's really, really, really a good show.
Okay.
And then my honorable mention is Girl More Girls. My mama actually finished all 4.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I only watched the first 2.
I didn't. I didn't want to start it.
I'm going to tell you 2 things. And then I won't spoil it for anybody. One, nobody has aged on that show. Like, everybody on that show looked the exact same. And I want to say, well, Rory looks a little older. I'm like, Rory is wearing eyeliner, and that's the only thing that is making her look older. But it's just, it definitely, and then the second thing is, like, you really just kind of pick up back into it. Like, it kind of just feels like, it feels good. Like, it's just,
do you think I need to catch up on it?
No.
I don't need to catch up. I can go right back into it.
Because I was still kind of confused, but you will pick up on it.
Because it's just 4 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's only 4 episodes.
Okay.
But, I couldn't finish all that stuff because it was way too many episodes.
Yeah.
So, it's only one thing. If you know about Logan, do you know Logan? Who was Logan?
Logan was her high school or college boyfriend.
No, because Dean was her high school boyfriend.
Dean was her high school. Then she went with
So Logan must be her college.
Luke's, yes, it's the white guy that shit, it's the white guy.
They're all the white guys.
Right. It's Logan. See, damn, that was her college year. That's when I started falling off. It's
okay.
I know they had
my thing is, like, I didn't even know that. I forgot that she didn't even go to Yale. I mean, she didn't go to Harvard. She ended up going to Yale.
Yeah, she went to Yale.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I low-key want to go back and look at all of that. I missed all of that.
I missed one. I did one season while she was in college. Then I started falling off because at some point, like, her and Logan had like broke up and then they got back together, and she was working for something. They was having issues because remember, she
a writer.
No, her first year she was still, I think, talking to old dude
Dean.
Not Dean. Dean was her first, and then she left him and Luke's nephew. Remember, they started talking.
See, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
It's good, but yeah, since you at least know a Dean, I didn't know about Dean, so I was kind of confused. Like,
you know about Dean, and you didn't know about Logan.
I mean, I didn't know about Logan.
Okay.
So like when he came on the screen, I could tell it was kind of a big thing that he was on the screen, but I didn't understand why. So I probably wanted to go back on that. But other than that, like, it's, it's literally being back in what is it called? Starlight.
Stars Hollow.
Stars Hollow. It's
yes.
literally like being back in Stars Hollow.
Okay, that's
so it's pretty good. All right, what you got?
So of course I haven't really been watching anything. Well, side note, Pitch is really good.
Really?
I don't know if people have been watching it, but I really enjoy it.
Go ahead, advocate for your show.
I do. So it's basically about the first girl in the major leagues of baseball.
I remember I got up to where I got to the point where we realized her daddy was dead. Her daddy ended up getting killed in the thing. Episode. Yeah, so I think I got to the 3rd episode because then her brother was there, and it seemed like that's where her now agent came in a picture. But I don't understand where her brother stopped being her agent and this lady started being
right there. And that, like, when they was on a flashback, so when she was in the minors, her agent now was trying to have a baby with her husband, and they couldn't get pregnant, and she was doing in vitro. Oh, in vitro. In vitro. And it didn't happen. So her husband, like, I kind of don't want to try no more. And I think they kind of got a divorce and he left her. So she quit her job when she saw her on TV. And she went down there and kind of pitched it to her. And her brother was pretty much like, I think you should let her be your agent. But remember, and then she was like, no, but I trust you. She was like, and that's fine. Remember, you're always the boss. Right. And that comes into play because her brother comes back into the picture. And her brother is kind of like always on these... he always got a new business thing. And she always backs him because that's his brother. Right. But the agent be like, no. I just gave you $10,000 2 months ago because you came here fucked up. Right. And I told you not to go see her because he owed like a gambling debt or something like that. So... But this whole season, like, her and the star player he's kind of been a mentor to her.
I do remember that. I do remember when it started.
She's always had a crush but they literally have just kind of been friends this whole thing. And he even started fucking with her agent. But then when Jenny found out, Jenny she kind of like, gave them both the cold shoulder, and so the agent broke it off of him like, no, we can't do this anymore, and for the best interest. And then Jenny had like this breakdown, so they had this whole like therapy episode of what happened this night. She left and hung out with people. She had like a mental breakdown. What? Because she just felt like it was like a lot of pressure on her.
Which of course and she like choked up her first thing.
Right. So she was talking to a therapist.
So maybe I should get back into it.
It was really good, but now this coming episode is, I think the guy that she has a crush on, I think they're about to trade him. And I don't know how that's
so if they trade them, she gonna be like, she can mess with him now.
So I don't even know if they ever really want to mess each other, but I think they are gonna have that moment. Okay. Because they've literally never, like, you've never seen anything between you that would lead you to that. But now, it was kind of funny because the last episode, when they were waiting for the rain, they do this thing where he's like the judge and whatever he says goes. And it's kind of like to keep them in the spirit while they're waiting. And so Jenny kind of was going after his authority, like, no, you missed a call. So he like, no, I never miss a call. And so the other man beside him had said, yeah, you missed the call. So he agreed with Jenny. So after that blew up, the guy that sided with Jenny and the star player, they had this conversation. He was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you were right. You did miss the call, but I'm just in love with her. Like, I just couldn't say no. Oh, God. But he kind of started going through things like, do you know what song she hums? Like, all this stuff to be like,
what the hell you been up to?
Right. Because he knows, like, the little, like, it's the little stuff. But it's really good. So I love that show. And then Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, it was so good.
When I just say I love Candy, and I fuck with her child, but I don't even know if it's just like her. But I think it's like all parents.
Yeah,
but I love how she rides.
She do not play when it comes.
She do not fuck around when it comes to Riley.
I mean, even if you think about, even when she was like just dating Todd, and he was saying something to her about she was spoiling the Riley or this, and she was like, "Well, that's my child, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do for it." But let me just say, I love my elders. And I respect my elders. But I don't fuck with Mama Joyce. Like, she stays trying to... Candy come over there with the baby. She goes, well, am I getting paid for this? Bitch, how about this house?
Right, that you don't pay shit for.
You ask me, and you all ungrateful ass thought you wanted it to be remodeled because it... Let me bring it in. But I do do not like Mama Joyce.
Yeah, Mama
but
Joyce
one
hilarious.
thing when Candy was eating the fajitas or whatever she was eating,
she was tearing the sandwiches
She was tearing the Kenya sandwich. Yo, Mama Joyce with it. Kenya said, what?
That's
what you know. That's what you won't do. Don't you?
She was quick to low key apologize.
Like, she was like she didn't even try to get on Candy bad side. Candy wasn't scared of Candy
because Candy will pop off in a minute.
Girl,
she get real. She get with you
real quick.
Yes. Okay. And then I guess this is not really a TV show, but it was a movie. So I finally finished the Divergent series.
Yeah, it's so funny you said that because I like fell asleep on it when I was like, I don't know if I was super. I don't know, but I ended up falling asleep.
Day one.
The first step. There we go.
Anyways,
oh my God,
it was. I enjoyed it, and I do see how, because I was reading something, they were saying that after this, they were just going to turn into like a TV series. If they keep the same characters, I'm okay with it. I probably won't.
But no, I think they're not. I think they are going to change the character because I don't see them doing TV.
But it was
they too big of characters.
It was really good.
Was it?
I enjoyed it
because I was okay. So I know I like watched all the way up to the point to where it's pretty much like this one guy had control over the whole world.
Exactly, like over their
world, yeah. And then it was pretty much like a reality show for everybody else who was in the real world.
Correct.
So it's like everybody like knows about all their drama and all that stuff. And then I randomly woke up and Tobias was in the desert, or I'm like, what the hell? How did he even get separated? But I'm gonna go back and watch it.
They had a moment, but it was good. They came back together. That's all I need to know.
As always. And
finally, the brother did something right. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
The brother finally decided that this is a family and you stick with family.
I swear, he was just these last
he
couple
finally
movies,
got it.
I'm like, nigga, you gotta go.
See,
I don't want to. I would have been like her, like, you are not my brother. Like
he no matter how much he fucked her over,
she still had his back,
and he finally got it, and he returned the favor on it. He finally got it. But that's all for me.
Okay. I think that's it for me too. I don't got no more.
All right.
Oh wait, what else happened on Atlanta? Something else funny happened on Atlanta.
What?
Oh, I was kind of disappointed that whole Cynthia and Leon thing ain't turned out to be nothing more.
What you wanted it to be?
Yes.
I wanted them to get back together because they make a cute couple.
They do. Noelle is for real, legitimately a mini Cynthia. Like she literally, like a couple of those pictures, I'm like, is that Cynthia?
Yeah, no, she's a spin.
I didn't realize she looked so much like Cynthia. Probably just like they used to say all the time. Probably the color thing I ain't noticed, but she is literally like Cynthia. But I'm gonna need Cynthia.
I love the fact that Leon is just always there.
He's so good.
He is.
And he was like, well, it was a little fast for me. Well, if we're being truthful, if I can put all the damn cards on the table, it was a little fast for me. I just want you to know. But yeah, it was good.
I enjoyed it. They co-parent so well.
They
are like
low key co-parent goals. Why don't we talk about that? Hashtag co-parent goals.
They co-parent so well.
If Cindy wanted, because she keep coming up with all these goddamn schemes and lines and everything. If you want to make some money, you and Leon need to get back together and then make a book on how to co-parent, become friends, and renew love. Like, there you go. Boom. Yes. Hey, you can give me some money. I can ghostwrite that thing, and we can just all have a couple of coins in our pockets. Cynthia Bailey, somebody add her. Tell her about the show. I got an idea for her.
I'm not dealing with you. Anyways, thank you all for listening. This has been another episode of Dear Showrunners. Once again, I'm your girl, Jo.
I'm Em.
And if you can go to our Facebook page and like us at
Dear Showrunners, the fan page.
And you can also hit us up on Twitter at
Dear Showrunners.
And if you just have a question, comment, concern, want to send us something, you can email us at
dearshowrunners@gmail.com. So you just reminded me, I was on the Dear Showrunners Twitter. So if you randomly go on there and see all this stuff about Teen Mom OG, I don't know, for some reason this weekend, I was definitely in the Teen Mom mood. I was a big